Hi everyone, my name is Dave Betts, and today we're going to talk about exposure. We're going to talk about white balance. We're going to talk about color grading and trying to get some good skin tones going on. All of that stuff that's so important to make a video look good. How do we make our videos look good? That's the question. Let's get stuck in. So for those of you who are new to this channel, I've been on a bit of a journey actually, learning how to make the best quality videos I can. Not necessarily the best, but the best quality that I can. And until about 3 years ago, I just used a phone with the phone microphone and it was fine. But since then, I've been gripped by this idea of making professional quality videos. I think it's so important these days. And honestly, it's been kind of a slow journey. But this week, my new GVM 800D lights arrived. I'll be reviewing them very soon, so stay tuned for that. And also, I got these super cheap Macolink white balance and grey cards. They arrived a few days ago, and I'm kind of excited. They're like 10 Canadian dollars, but my hope is that along with these new lights, they'll help take the quality of my videos up a level. So what you're seeing right now is the result of lots and lots of hours of tweaking and editing and fixing. And I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think that this looks good? How would you improve it? I love hearing from you. I love hearing your comments. So please do make sure to comment down below if you have any encouragements or any suggestions, please. Nothing mean. I won't reply then, but everything else I'll reply to. But in the meantime, let's talk about this process that I've been through to get to this place. So I'm using a Panasonic GH5 set to a Cine-like D profile with the white balance set to the same level as my key light, which is just over here. This is the main light, and then the fill light just over here. They're both set to 5500 Kelvin, and behind me, I've got two globe smart bulbs that you can see here set to this low orange color, and then the other GVM 800D is just there. It's shining blue behind me on this background, and then finally, I've got the Yongnuo LED light just next to that color light, but pointing at the back of my head, acting as this pretty gentle, subtle backlight. So there's lots to talk about the color correcting and grading process. So we may as well kind of get stuck in. Firstly, here are those white balance and gray cards. I'm hoping that the exposure and the white balance are already good, but I'm holding this up now so that then I can check them and edit them and maybe see if it makes any of a difference. I'll turn it around here as well. We'll see if there's any changes to be made. I'm kind of recording it in advance and then editing it afterwards, so you're going to see the results. So with that in mind, this is what the footage looks like with no color correction at all. And to be honest, I'm pretty sure it doesn't look that bad. I mean, I'm looking at in the monitor just here and I think, yeah, it looks pretty good. And using Lumetri scopes on Premiere Pro along with Lumetri Color, we're gonna make some adjustments. Here's the process I go through every single time. Firstly, I create a mask around the gray, and then using my Luma waveform, I'm gonna adjust the exposure until that line is just hovering around 40. That's the plan. That's what we're aiming for. That's where we want the gray to be. So once it's there, I'll take away that mask again. And then using the Lumetri color panels, I'm going to set the white balance according to this white little card here. And as I'm talking, like I said, just a reminder, I haven't done this yet. Hopefully it will look all right. I've tried a few new things with the camera. I'm hoping that it's still going to look good. Then I'm going to adjust those whites and blacks so that the white line is just touching about 100. It's hard because of these two bulbs here, and that the black is just touching 0 on that Luma waveform. And then I'll make a few adjustments to contrast and highlights. And after that, usually I start to look at skin tones. So how do I do that? Well, marking out the skin only using another mask, I will then head to the curves panel, and using the eyedropper, I will select the skin tones in the hue versus hue section. And at this point, I'm going to be looking at the vector scope YUV panel, and I'm going to make adjustments until that line kind of matches with the diagonal line as closely as possible. And this is where, for me personally, I have to be really careful because I have this really bad habit of kind of washing out my lips and making them look kind of this weird orangey flat color if I'm not careful, and we don't want that. So once that's done, we'll add Vibrance, I usually add vibrance, play around with the background, possibly using the HSL secondary, and then I'll add a vignette, just very subtle, but just enough to kind of draw you inwards. And then maybe I'll adjust the curves or, I don't know, add some grain, who knows? To be honest, at this point, any other adjustments are kind of just to create a certain look rather than, a correct look per se. It's all personal preference. And to be honest, that's pretty much it. So I blasted through that because there are lots of great videos that will go through it a lot slower. I'm the last person to pretend to be an expert on this by any means, but hopefully, if you compare this with my other videos in the past, in fact, I encourage you to do that, you'll see the change in the last 3 years. Hopefully I'm heading in the right direction. What do you think? I'm really excited about kind of these extra bits and pieces that will help take these videos up a level. And by the way, I've linked to all those products in the bottom, and I need to tell you that they are affiliate links, which basically means that when you buy them from those links, I will get a little bit of commission, which is really cool because it means you're kind of supporting this channel at the same time as buying something really awesome. But don't feel any pressure. That's just a cool thing. It helps me out a little bit. Yeah, if you found this video helpful, let me know. Maybe even consider subscribing. I'd be really grateful if you could do that. I'd love to go on this adventure with you as I'm trying to figure out photography and videography. But either way, whether you've learned something or you have something to teach me, I'd love to hear your thoughts. I really appreciate your comments below. It means a lot. So please do. Other than that, that's it from me this week. Wherever you are in the world, whatever you're doing, have a fantastic day, and I will speak to you very soon. Bye.